the problem. Abandon ship. Abandon ship. Cardboard speedboats. Actually, just cardboard boats in general. A lot of people have made these things. They look pretty interesting. Most of them are usually like high school, college, like class things where people race across a pool with just paddles. They're generally pretty slow and they're not very fast. So with what we do on the channel is we usually put big engines in things and make things go as fast as possible. And we had this challenge from another YouTuber, Lewis Wise?
W-E-I-S-Z.
Nobody cares, text on the screen, There you go. He challenged us to build a cardboard boat. So we are going to do that. You know, this is kind of like an extreme fire hazard. There's a bunch of cardboard anywhere. Oh, that's horrifying. We got the Rotomax 150cc electric motor, 3/8 U-joint thing welded to a stop lock collar thing. We got a Master Force 3/8 inch extension. I don't think this made it go this fast. That actually turns pretty fast. That's kind of horrifying, actually. I think it's actually gonna move quite a bit of water.
And now it's time to take a minute to talk about the sponsor for this video. If you don't know what World of Warships is, it's a free-to-play massive multiplayer online with over 30 million players worldwide. As you dominate the oceans and take your fleet to victory, you can unlock new ships of different classes, like destroyer, battleships, and cruisers. I like to play as the battleships because even though the destroyers might be a little quicker, it's really cool to use the USS Indianapolis and just start blowing up your enemies. With over 300 highly detailed ships in game, you can unlock them all and have a massive naval fleet. Every week there are new missions, events, and updates that keep the game experience changing, and changing weather, no battle is ever the same. So what are you guys waiting for? Use the link below and code PlayLangley2019 to get an awesome 1 million credits, 3 days premium time, and the aircraft carrier USS Langley, which is actually pretty cool all by itself. So it's definitely free to play, you'll support our channel and help make more videos like this.
So we have the steering wheel here made out of cardboard, obviously, some paracord, some tubes here, and it goes to the rudder tiller. Left, right, left, right. I'm not really surprised if we're going real fast, all of a sudden this seems to let go and just wipes out. So for the boat builds, we had different strategies. Sam actually had a good idea of like taking one of the models we had, and he did all the work. He actually pulled the projector up, he blew it up.
I had to trace every single piece from a picture and then pretty much trace it on the cardboard, cut it out, and glued it together.
And that actually worked amazing. It looked pretty great.
I was thrilled with that idea. I would never have thought of something like that, but it made a ton of sense.
Yeah.
I used 4 bottles of Gorilla Glue, so we went a little overboard with the Gorilla Glue. Almost forgot. I missed a step. So we used it for the whole thing.
Oh, the whole thing. I'll give you Stern talking to you about wasting all these resources.
What do you mean?
Rudder, you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Oh. Come on, I'm waiting for fun.
He will not bow to these puns.
I won't. I'll bow.
And you took the more practical approach with your boat.
Mm-hmm. So I just kind of sketched everything out and figured that as long as I put a couple firm, basically 2x4s in there, I wouldn't have much problem. You can't, they don't break. And then I kind of just covered it. So I basically made a frame, then covered it with a cardboard shell.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that worked pretty good because we have a boat that looked more like a traditional like planing hull with basically a inboard drive because I wanted to use that giant electric motor it had because like that's about 13.5 horsepower. So that's what we did.
Right. Yeah, and I made a boat that looked a lot more like a milk carton. I wasn't so concerned about where my motor was going to get mounted. I kind of just figured stick it on the back and hope for the best.
I've never even sat in this thing. I don't even know if my feet are gonna fall to the bottom or what.
I've sat in it and it's solid. It floats for now.
All right, boys.
Wait, should we surprise it?
All right, hang on. He's out. He's done.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, pulling the boat.
Watch your hand.
I'm really surprised if we're going real fast, all of a sudden this thing's left go and just wipes out.
Should have made it deeper, Sam. It's not deep enough. I think we probably should have planned this a little bit better because I immediately just threw my boat in the water and just simply sent it.
Right.
And there's a problem here. We were debating on where I should be staying in the boat. I was like, well, I should sit as low as possible. We're like, I'll just put it in the middle somewhere, whatever. So I ended up putting some boxes in there and I sat on the boxes. And the center of gravity was just a little too high for where the rudder was. So there was some severe rolling, pitching moments. So basically, I started giving gas and whatever. I cut the rudder a little too hard because it's really crappy. And I went overboard. So that was horrible. I swam out of the water. We unplugged the batteries and we were like, oh, we're done here. There's no way we're gonna save this. Like you're gonna win by default.
Right,
at this
right.
stage.
Which I didn't want to win by default. I wanted to at least toss them both in.
The speed controller did not get wet. The transmitter was completely soaked, but I just shook it out and it was totally fine.
We let it dry out for a bit.
All right, so I take the floaty to the battery because I'm pretty sure this is all gonna come apart in the water. So we're gonna be totally hosed. I don't want to lose my battery at the bottom of the lake. It's a lot of battery to lose. And you put yours in the water.
Yup.
And then we put mine in the water and we simply just raced them around a little
Pretty
bit.
much went, yeah.
All right, let's try this again. Ow, my foot. Oof. This is very uncomfortable. the problem. Help me. Abandon ship! Abandon ship! Keep the nose out of the water. That's the only thing expensive in the front of the boat. And that was the end of my boat. Now Lewis wins because his boat was still afloat. Mine was done after about a minute, 30 seconds. That was fast. That was pretty quick. It was ski line. That was. I only got about half throttle. I couldn't go past that because it just was getting too out of control because the rudder post was coming out.
Is there anything you think you could have done differently to make it not fall apart?
Oh yeah, basically go faster from the beginning. Lewis, his boat is really sturdy.
After a little bit of motor trouble with the weed whip over here, it did start to go. Though it was a bit of a weird technique to kind of bring it in and out of the water, shave some prop off, and it did kind of work.
And mine, it was fast, like fast from the get-go, like real quick, but the problem was the rudder post was completely soaked with water, so wet cardboard is never very sturdy. So what happens was it just simply started going left, right, a little bit more, and I just tore the whole rudder out of the boat. This is the problem! So then I was like, well, this is the rudder. What about the hole in the boat? Oh yeah, we're full of water, and we're sinking.
But I gotta say, if this was a drag race, I think you totally would have dusted me. Honestly, I think if it was point to point and you hadn't capsized.
Yeah, they were interesting. But anyways, they were two different designs. They both worked pretty well, actually. So I was impressed by these. I think we probably do hold the record for fastest cardboard boats right now.
For sure, yeah.
Because I don't see anyone putting engines on them. This is like a fun summertime project. I've always wanted to try this. This is more of a prerequisite for me to try building a 3D printed one I can ride in, because I really just want to experiment with this drive shaft and this motor combination, and it looks very promising. So we're going to do more of that in the future. So Sam built this boat. It was amazing. We pretty much all worked on it.
I did not get in the boat on purpose because I didn't want to have it sink and get wet, but he fell in the water and didn't like it. My dog fell off the dock and I had to jump in to save him anyway. Thank you for that, Griffin. The boat was only constructed out of cardboard, Gorilla Glue, wood glue, paper tape, and marine varnish. The boat was actually super cheap to build. It only took about $15 worth of cardboard, $2 worth of paper tape, and also $80 worth of Gorilla Glue.
But cardboard just sucks. It's just not a medium you want to make anything out of that you want to last.
So you want to get wet.
Yeah. Definitely check out Lewis's channel. He's up and coming. He's making some great projects that really help him out. If you can drop him a sub or
Bless me.
Check out his content.
Yeah. And definitely go check out Lewis's video where he goes a little more in depth about his boat build.
I mean, I could build an airplane, but I can't build a working cover boat. Sorry, guys.
Definitely download World of Warships with the link below, use our code, and help support our channel and make videos like this.